And I think I also called it scapegoat. But last night, lying in bed, the word scapegoat kept coming to me. So, and there's only one place in the Bible where scapegoat is mentioned by that name, and it's in Leviticus chapter 16, and it's in two little sections in that chapter. So the first section is verses 7 through 10, and then the second is verses 20 through 22. So let me go ahead and read them. And this is concerning the law of atonement back in the Old Testament times before Christ came to earth. 16, verse 7. He shall take the two goats and present them before the Lord at the doorway at the tent of meeting. Aaron shall cast lots for the two goats, one lot for the Lord, and the other lot for the scapegoat. Then Aaron shall offer the goat on which the lot for the Lord fell, and make it a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot for the scapegoat fell shall be presented alive before the Lord to make atonement upon it, and send it into the wilderness as the scapegoat. Then verses 20 through 22 says, when he finishes atoning for the holy place and the tent of meeting and the altar, he shall offer the live goat. Then Aaron shall lay both of his hands on the head of the live goat and confess over it and all the iniquities of the sons of Israel and all their transgressions in regard to all their sins. And he shall lay them on the head of the goat and send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a man who stands in readiness. The goat shall bear on itself all their iniquities to a solitary land, and he shall release the goat in the wilderness. So obviously, the burnt offering is a representative of the sacrifice that Christ made on that cross. But not only that, um, so he died for our sins. Um, but when he died for our sins, he also became the scapegoat in that he took all of the sin of all mankind for all time upon him the moment that he died, because the moment that he died, he cried out to God and asked him why had he forsaken him. It was at that moment that all of our sins, every one of us for all times, was placed upon Christ. And at that moment, God could not look upon his son, because God cannot abide by sin. He can't abide sin. He can't look at it. He cannot stand evil. So at that very moment when all of our sins got placed on Christ, he became the scapegoat. Christ gave up his last breath and died. And for 3 days, he was in that tomb before he rose again from the grave. And uh, and so during that time that he was dead, um, Christ took our sins to a place, and I like to think that um, he took them down to hell to where they were destroyed. Um, Because I know in another devotional, I think I talked about how he went down to Hades to collect the believers in the prophecy, um, the Old Testament saints, I guess that you would call them. But not only that, when he was down there, he took the keys of hell and of Hades from Satan, um, so that Satan no longer had control over death. And once he accomplished all that, that's when he rose from the grave and walked out of that tomb, securing our eternity with a with a life with himself and with God for our faith, in our obedience, in our belief in his virgin birth, sinless life, death on the cross, burial in the tomb, rose from the dead, and ascended to heaven. But Christ basically is our scapegoat. Not only did he bear our sins and took them away, but he also died for our sins, a death that we deserved 100%. So, with that, I love you guys. You have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.